Hey friends and peeps, it's like my 5th video today. I'm sure you're all thinking, where are my kids? They're watching Blippi. Or they're just playing with each other because they love to play. They're a year and 9 months apart. So they entertain themselves and talk to each other like all day. It's really cute. But then I'm like, meh, what should I do? But if you have kids, you should totally look up Blippi on YouTube because I think that they learn some stuff from that. And he goes to like all the coolest kids museums and parks and stuff. So it's like your kids can kind of feel like they get to go to all those places via Blippi. So that's fun. Okay, now I'm going to talk about healing, which obviously this is important. The last section of this book, called Crooked, Man-Made Disease Explained by Forrest Maready, M-A-R-E-A-D-Y. The last section is called Healing and Recovery. And he has a good quote, "Pull the weeds and the garden will grow." Amen, that's true. Okay, first steps. He says, most modern medicine focuses on alleviating symptoms, rather than treating the underlying cause. You know it, like Advil. For many of the man-made diseases, they don't know the cause, so it's understandable they would attempt to treat the symptoms. It's better than nothing. The most important step in healing from man-made disease is realizing something you may have already begun to do. Your children's health is your responsibility, completely, totally. You have more time to invest in understanding these illnesses. You have more at stake than any doctor or behavioral therapist. I'm wondering what his kids had or have. I don't know. That's true. Although they are important partners and may have more knowledge than you do, your desire to get better will eclipse nearly anything someone else can offer you. Unless you are extremely fortunate and can find a physician who is already on board with this concept of man-made diseases, you will need to understand these concepts enough to get your doctor excited about it. The good news is the methods suggested in this book are thoroughly supported by scientific research. Yay! So, yeah, there's a video on YouTube Vaxxed. Mom that had an autistic kid, and she was able to heal his autism through like homeopathy, and it's probably some things that he talks about here. So you can fix autism, and I mean, I'm gonna go out on a limb, and I hope I don't offend anybody, but sometimes I think autism can be demon possession, or it's like a kid is possessed, and the medical professionals are like, oh, they're autistic, because they don't know how to explain it, because they don't understand the supernatural world. But there are times where autism is autism, which is a debilitation of the brain. So anyways, he talks here about how you can fix that. And it's from the aluminum, most likely. Healing from man-made disease, aluminum, can be challenging. It is not just a simple diet change or regimen of pills. Aluminum from the vaccines. You will need to become familiar with some new concepts and become comfortable working alongside your physician. You will need to be in tune with your body and learn to make adjustments along the way. Thankfully, the underlying cause of man-made disease may be very simple. I believe it comes down to two things: acute metal toxicity and chronic inflammation, which is caused by sugar. So it's really good to avoid sugar, which I know that's hard. It's my belief that modern healing and recovery methods should focus on determining if the disorder is purely due to metal toxicity or if there is also a chronic infection involved. Determining between these two will provide you with the information you need to begin healing. My kids are being very loud. There are conditions mentioned in this book that may have caused permanent damage that is irreversible, but I don't want to give someone false hope where there may be little. Neurological disorders can be difficult to reverse if the damage has been occurring for a long time. However, one of the greatest miracles of the human body is in its ability to heal. It is designed to mend itself, especially in its natural state. If you have metal toxicity and or chronic inflammation, these are two unnatural conditions that will prevent your body from healing. In fact, nearly all of the diseases mentioned in this book may actually just be symptoms of your body trying to heal itself. Nearly all modern diseases can potentially be prevented, if not healed, by two things. Get rid of the metal in your body. Get rid of the chronic inflammation in your body. If you can do these two things, the body may begin to recover from many of the disorders listed in this book. I am not suggesting that complete recovery is possible from every disease, no matter the severity, but the sooner you can get started addressing these two problems, the more likely complete recovery is possible. You will probably need to find a licensed physician who can work together with you. This may take some searching. integrative doctors in your area are a good place to start. There's also a term called functional medicine that may help you find an open-minded health care provider who is willing to think inside a different box than they're used to. While there are many remedies that may work at your local health food store, from natural antimicrobials to high-dose vitamins like vitamin C, you are probably reading this chapter right now because you or someone you love has a big problem, a man-made problem.
Mommy, let's see.
To be continued. God loves you all.
Hey, Bobby.